Hi boys and girls. So here's an example of our project that we're going to be working on next. So I just want to talk about this image for just a moment. Let's study it and look at it, and let's notice some things before we start making our own. I want to talk about symmetry, which is actually a mathematical property, but it's often used in art to create balance and proportion. So this is a perfect example of what's called reflective symmetry. So if we look at this line right down the middle, that's where the reflection starts. So they touch. So let me give you an example. Where this is black here, it's green on this side. And it touches right on this line. This line is called the line of symmetry. And because it's right down the middle, we have what's called reflective symmetry, which kind of looks like this guy's looking in a mirror. And it creates one really nice big picture. And it's perfectly balanced, perfectly proportioned. And this is what we're focusing on first. We're going to focus on balance, proportion, and symmetry in our first project. So let me talk about how I made this. Now, it's a pumpkin. In fact, it's a jack-o'-lantern. I respect and understand that not everybody celebrates Halloween. Therefore, I have a few alternatives to this project of ours. Here's one example of an alternative. It's just a leaf. Could represent the fall. Could represent maybe a specific leaf from a tree that you know of. This one, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of made it up. Here's another alternative to this assignment project. I'm a cat lover, so I did a kitty cat. So here's some alternatives. Today I'm going to show you how to make a jack-o'-lantern and how to make the leaf. And I'll show you kind of how I drew the cat too, but I want you guys to have plenty of time to make your own piece of art today. Now we're not going to start and finish this all in one day. It's going to take us a few days. The first thing we're going to do, you're choosing one of these colors only. I have two just to show you what they both look like. So I'm going to be showing you on these two, but you're only to choose one color paper. We're going to open up a pencil box. You're going to look for a pencil. Now these things in here are actually erasers. They're called kneaded erasers. They can be pinched and molded and formed to a point. If you have something very small to erase, they're pretty neat. They're pretty handy. They also don't produce any eraser shavings, which is why they're pretty nifty. We have these big chunky erasers. I mean, that's not an eraser, that's a pencil. With that pencil, we're going to write our name and room number in the middle of one of your paper. I'm going to choose room 4, just as an example. That's Mr. Beeb's room. So if you're not in Mr. Beeb's class, don't worry. I'll let you know what your room number is if you don't already know. I'm actually going to put my pencil back just for a second so it doesn't roll off my table. And I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to start with this orange one, and I'm going